Well, this is going to be my 4-week or 1-month update for Project Pan, and I've been thinking about this for a little bit, and I kind of wanted to do something slightly different. I kind of wanted to add up the amount of the products that I finish up. So at the end of this, I want to have a total of the amount of money that I spent on these products, so I know how much I have used up and that I will have gotten my money's worth for all of these products, if that makes sense. Let me go through and give you an example. So, in the first 2 weeks, when I had my first update for Project Pan, I finished these 3 guys right here. So this is the Versace Bright Crystal Roller Ball, and this is $22. And this Maybelline lipstick in Born With It, this is, I think it retails for about $5.50. So we'll just round that up to $5, or round that down to $5. And the same with this Revlon lip butter. I think this retails for about $4.50, $4.75. So we'll just say this is $5, and that'll kind of, average out the Maybelline lipstick. So that is about $32 in the first 2 weeks that I finished up, that I got my money's worth out of those. And now I will do the same thing with these products. I'm just going to go through them like the order that I would apply them to my face, and I will let you know whether or not I finished them after these past 2 weeks. So, for the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer, this was where I started. This was at the first update 2 weeks ago, and this is at the 4-week mark. Now, I'm not finished with this, but I definitely forgot to wear this a couple of the days, so this will most definitely, absolutely 100% for sure be gone by the next update, but as of right now, it is not finished yet. Okay, on to the foundation. This is the MAC Mineralized Foundation in NW15. This is the cream foundation, and it is cleaned out. So I can go ahead and put this in my Back to MAC bag, but this retails for around $30. I can't remember if this is $32 or not, so I'm just going to say, I'll just put the price tag at $30. So $30 on this guy. Okay, and then this is the Wet n Wild Coverall Pressed Powder in the shade Fair Light. I actually had to repress this one. I don't know if you guys watched that video or not, but I have finished this guy. So, I mean, like, there's a little bit of powder left in those ones right there, but essentially this is finished. That's not even an application for my face. So, I'm just calling this guy done. This retails... It kind of fluctuates, but I'm just going to say $5 on this guy because I think that's how much this was. I did use some coupons on this, but just roughly it's about $5. So, moving along. I have the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in number NW20. So this is where I started, right at this mark right there. That was my 2-week mark, and when it's all settled down in, or when you hold it up to the light up there, this is where I'm at 4 weeks. Now, I'm not overusing this. I use 1 pump a day. That's it. So, this is pretty pricey for how quickly that you can go through this. I mean, I can use this amount in a month. So what is this, 2 months? Maybe 2.5 months that you have in this concealer if you use it every single day. I don't know. I don't feel like that's a lot of use, but whatever. Now, when I initially started this Project Pan, I wasn't planning to finish, but if I, let's see, 2 weeks, if I'm going by the progress that I've made with these marks here, I should be all the way down to there by the time this Project Pan finishes, and initially I just wanted to get here. So after 4 weeks, I'm down where I wanted to be. I could take this out at this point, but I want to see how far I can get with this because it's not my favorite concealer, and I would just like to use it as quickly as possible. Alright, moving right along. Sorry, that kind of took a little bit of time. Next is my Benefit Box Blush in the shade Dandelion. And now I did have to repress this one as well, but this is my progress after I repressed it. It's probably got another 3 weeks left in here. I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. I guess we'll just see. I have noticed that after I repressed it, I don't have to swirl my brush in there as much because it's obviously, I can't pack the powder as tightly as it was when I initially purchased it. So it's a little bit more powdery now, so I just have to flip my brush in there like 2 or 3 times to do an application on the cheeks. So that's nice. Before I felt like I was swishing it around for like 10 minutes to get enough to get on my cheeks for it to show up, but this guy's not finished yet, but I have made a lot of progress on this. Alright, next is my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Milk Chocolate Bronzer. And here's my progress on this one. Now, none of this has chipped off and broken off in pieces, but it's just worn this way, which is so strange to me. I think what I'm going to do this week, I'm going to target my brush right over here, and I'm actually planning to use this as my eyeshadow for the week. And I'm trying to see if I can get some more progress by doing it that way. But there is a very large difference this week, or this update, than it was 2 weeks ago. So that's motivating. But like I said, after I use this section down to where it looks like this, I'm probably going to have to repress this one into the center again too, which I don't have a problem with. It's a lot easier when it's in the center and then you get like an even application onto your brush, which makes it a lot easier. So I'm not finished with this one. Alright, moving right along. Now I predicted in my last update that this product right here would either be gone at this update or on Tuesday, and I'm gonna go with Tuesday. This is my Maybelline Color Tattoo from the Metal line in the shade Barely Branded. You can see that's what the backs of them look like. And that is all I have left. Like I said, this is probably 2 applications, maybe 3. So not a lot of product left in here at all. And then, alright, so this is my Buxom Gloss. Now, to me, I'm going to consider this finished, but I don't know, you guys might think that there's the last application in here that I could get out. I'm probably going to end up putting this in my car and laying it flat, so what's at the bottom, the very bottom, will run down against the side and I'll be able to use it. But at this point, I'm calling this done because the brush cannot get down into the bottom. So if you can see, all that's left in here is from like here. This is just against the edge that the brush won't hit because it's on an angle. So it's from like here down. There's literally 1 application left in here and the rest of this is cleaned out. I was having trouble getting enough product on here, but then I took out the stopper. And if you can see, I mean, there's the teeniest amount left in the bottom there. A very insignificant amount. But like I said, I will set it in my car like this and let the heat, you know, settle it down against the bottom, and I'll use that this week. It'll take 1 application, but as of this point, I'm calling this finished. This is where it was when I began. This was at the 2-week mark, and then technically I'm calling this quits now. These Buxom glosses retail for $18. This is in the shade April. I'm not too fond of the Buxom glosses that have the glitter speckles in them. I really prefer, if I'm going to use one, the cream formula ones. And I really don't like these when the air conditioner's blowing full blast on my lips. I'm not too fond of them when I'm out and it's super windy outside. And I'm especially not fond of them in the winter just because it's so cold and these glosses are very cooling. So it's like cooling to the extreme on your lips. It seriously feels like your lips are going to fall off. They're so cold. Alright, next item here. This is the Urban Decay Lip Junkie lip gloss in the shade Peroxide, and this is completely finished. Now it has been sitting Oh, one last little, I was just gonna say it's been sitting upright like this for about a week. Well, I got like another half of an application in here, but this is gone. So these retail for $20. So I can mark that onto my list. I mean, I don't know. There's like, it wants to, you can hear it. It's like squeezing. I don't know. Maybe if I hold it upright like this, I can get one more application out of it. But as of this point, that's a lot of freaking products. When I started, it was like all the way up here, and then, well, not for the project pan, but when I decided I wanted to finish this up this year, it was all the way up here. When I started my project pan, it was down to here. I'd used it down to there. Well, 2 weeks ago, it was at this point, and now it's finished. So that is extremely exciting. All right, and then I did add in, I added in a lipstick. It was the Revlon lipstick in the shade Primrose. Cannot find that anywhere. I did make some pretty decent progress on it, but I'm nowhere near finished with it. As soon as I find that, I'll make sure that I hang on to it and put it somewhere specific in my purse and not take it out, so I have it for the next update. I'm still going to use it. I'm still counting it in. Hopefully I find it sooner than later. But I also added in a Sephora eyeliner, and this is it right here. This is the, well, what's left of it. This is the Sephora liner in glitter black. Let's see if I can pull this off. Oh, there we go. So that's what's left. I cannot sharpen it anymore. The last two sharpenings, I had to put a rag on it and twist it in the sharpener like this so it would actually sharpen. But this guy's gone. These retail, I got these in a pack, but after I divided the amount that I received into the price of them, this equaled out to like $6.75, somewhere around there. So I'm gonna count this as $7. And then I wanted to add something else in for this week, just because I feel like when I do a project pan, I really want to finish as many projects as I can, and I'm on a momentum, so I want to stay on that momentum. And so I'm adding in another lip gloss. This is just a mini one though. This is the Buxom lip gloss. This is one of their cream ones, the full-on lip cream in the shade White Russian. And I did use it today, but the last time that I used it, I marked before I used it. That's where it was, but now some of the products up here at the top. So obviously it looks like it's all the way down here, but it's really up to there. Hopefully this will be gone in 2 weeks, because this is roughly just barely over the mark that I had on this one. Anyway, so adding up all of the prices for the things that I finished. So this was 30, this is 5, this is 18, this is 20, and this is rounded up to 7. So this total here, this is, let's see here, $80 here. So 80 plus the 32, that is $112 that I finished. I got my money's worth out of these makeup products for $112. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. I mean, obviously I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 makeup items in the last 2 weeks. Collectively, I finished up 8 items. That makes me feel a lot better. I just recently did a makeup inventory. Like, that's scary. I thought maybe I would have around 60, 75 lipsticks total at the very most. I'm roughly around double that. I'm definitely in the triple digits. I really need to focus on using a lot more of my makeup. I might do a project pan for the rest of the year, like consecutive project pans. I don't know. It just kind of scared me a little bit because I have my makeup collection scattered around into like 4 or 5 different spots, and so I don't necessarily see all of my makeup in one spot, and I think that's why my brain kind of thinks that I don't have that much. No, I really do. So anyway, that was just kind of startling for me. I'm extremely embarrassed. I think I do have a little bit of a shopping problem, but anyway, that's a whole other video that I think I might film in the near future. But if you would like to see that, a makeup inventory and peek inside of a lipstick hoarder's life, let me know down below, because oh gosh, it's so embarrassing. Anyway, but that's all I have, and I'll do another Project Pan update in about 2 weeks, and thank you guys so much for watching.